Hey guys, Jack Majikawa here, and then I'll wait for the beep. Anytime now. I guess we're not getting a beep. Sorry, it usually has to do that. So as you can see right now, there are 6 more cards available. It is great. I've been waiting to see something like this in a while now. It is currently 10:08 p.m. I'm sure you probably can't see it because for some reason the capture thing on this won't allow me to show you what you call it, the thingy that shows the letters. My brain hurts. I was on Dueling Network. Lol. So what are these new cards? Well, a lot of you probably are already going like, WTF, oh my god, rainbows on this guy right here. Lackluster Soldier. With the new ruling change, I definitely can see this thing going to 1. If this happens, I'm definitely going to be maining 1 and possibly my Fortune Ladies. Or any deck that I use, heavily with Lights and Darks, probably Fortune Ladies. This would be broken in Fortune Ladies. Chaos Sorcerer also, sorry, it's also making a cut with the whole goal thing. One card I haven't really expected was Celestia. Celestia, of course, is for the Light Swarms, so we might see some Light Swarms coming back, or maybe it's just that they were kind of late with it. This obviously definitely means that we're not getting Slifer, which there goes one of my predictions. We might be seeing Raw in the next 6. Morphine Jar is one I've been looking for quite a while. Very, very glad that we're getting Morphine Jar as a gold rare, because I really wanted a gold Morphine Jar. Toon Table of Contents is also another one that some people are really, really, really liking. We might be seeing tunes coming back. Some builds use tunes. And Trapstun. Trapstun is a definite one. I was sort of thinking about Trapstun, but I didn't really quite want to believe it. I thought maybe Konami wouldn't really pay much attention to it. But again, I digress. This is really all there is about the whole Gold Series thing. As more cards come out, I'll be sure to try to post them. I think I'm like the 2nd person on YouTube who's done this, or probably by the time I upload, it's probably gonna be like the 13th. I'm not sure. Yu-Gi-Oh! Deathmaster is the first one I think who ever posted this. So as soon as I saw it, I immediately jumped to my webcam. Like, I gotta record this. LOL, rainbows. Anyway, enough about me and rainbows. So yeah, like you can see, you can't read you can't read this because obviously that is crappy, my webcam recording software screen capture thing. On to other news, which is a wall of text, and again, you probably won't be able to read it, which is why I will articulately, or attempt to articulately tell you exactly what is going on here. I'm sorry, I'm very hyper right now. Forever alone. Anyway, so this is Anime News Network. Everybody knows about it, and a lot of you know that I wrote an article on CyberDuelist.com about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Suing TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad, terminating the Yu-Gi deal and suing 4Kids at the same time. Well, they upgraded that. They updated. See, I'm trying, guys. Come on. Rainbows. Anyway, so they sued 4Kids. Here's the kicker, and I'm gonna read it to you, all of it, exactly as it is. It says, ready? It says, update. According to TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad Systems, the terms of their agreement with 4Kids were such that they would be paid 50% of 4Kids' gross income derived from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. The agreement also allowed 4Kids to enter into licensing agreements for home video rights for the franchise, provided that they use customary forms of license agreements. In other words, the original deal was that they would be paid 50% of whatever 4Kids made off of selling like VHSs or DVDs, things like that. The plaintiffs alleged that 4Kids entered into an agreement with Funimation on March 1, 2002, which granted Funimation broad right to exploit the franchise and would pay 4Kids a royalty of 20% of its gross receipts. If many of you ever had like Funimation DVDs, like old Funimation DVDs, like I think like Dragon Ball GT, Funimation type of DVDs, then you probably would have noticed a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh trailers. That's what it was. 4Kids was saying, okay, it was basically telling Funimation that they could sell the DVDs themselves. They would have to pay Funimation 20% of whatever they made, and that 20%, including what total that they would make out of that, 50% would go into to TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad. So basically, meant out of 20%, you would cut it into 10%. You cut it into 50%, and they would give that to TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad Systems. The plaintiffs then alleged that on the same day, the two North American companies entered into a secret second agreement for Yu-Gi-Oh! And other titles under which Funimation undertook the majority of the work, releasing home video products, and paid 4Kids a US $1.3 million advance and a service fee for each sale. In other words, this was before I even say anything more. 4Kids just got caught making secret deals with other companies for in order to facilitate marketing and selling the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. Now, what this means is that when you make a company an agreement with another company, you have to sort of include that onto your quarterly reports, and that way, the company you're making business with does indeed know you're not trying to cheat them out. That's exactly what 4Kids was doing. They were making under-the-table agreements and not reporting this to both TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad Systems, which means that they got to keep some of the money that they were making off the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. In other words, some of the money that they were making off the DVD sales or the dual disc toys or any toys that were released, to the public. Some of that money was going to 4Kids, and 4Kids wasn't telling TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad Systems. That eventually accumulated to around $4 million that they didn't pay 4Kids. I mean, TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad. That's where the whole $4 million thing came from. At least that's my understanding. According to the complaint, I'm reading again. This service fee added up to, there you go, US $3.934 million, and was not reported as income in 4Kids' quarterly reports. As such, the Japanese companies were not paid royalties for this kickback. So again, they weren't paying or telling 4TV and Tokyo Nihon Ad Systems that they were indeed trying or dealing with other companies, and all that money was going to them. They were just doing the under the table deals, and they would not report this to both companies, thus accumulating about $3.934 million that they owed. The complaint further alleges that 4Kids entered into a similar deal with Majesco Entertainment to create Yu-Gi-Oh videos to be played on Nintendo's Game Boy Advance portable video game console. Under this deal, 4Kids paid royalties on the US $366,667 advance paid by Majesco, but reported that it's $1 kickback per video sold as free as a service fee, not as income, and they did not pay royalties on it. Again, they were making secret deals. They were not reporting this or reporting as something else, and completely making TV Tokyo and Nihon Ad Systems believe that they weren't earning as much as they really were. This is really all that happened in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh news. New cards got released. Now we know like 12 cards in total, and now we know what's going to be what's happening with the lawsuit. So this means that 4Kids is probably now in deeper water than they already were. This is just if they were knee deep in problems, they're probably up to their eyes in the shiz. So yeah, that's really all about it. This is Yakumo.